Welcome ladies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Brandy Sharp. I'm coming on today and I'm talking about lash glue reviews. I'm kind of going in deep on two different lash glues that I recommend to most people on my channel, and I'm going to get into why, so make sure you watch till the very end. And if you're a do-it-yourself eyelash wearer, make sure you hit subscribe because you will love my channel. And honestly, if you're a do-it-yourself eyelash girl, you're probably into hair, you're probably into makeup, and you're probably into clothes. So I think you'll really like my channel, so make sure you click subscribe. So let's get into the most common problems that people have with bonds. I just want to share with you, bonds is another word for eyelash glue. Bond typically is used in the eyelash extension realm, where it's an application of glue that goes underneath the lash. I just want to touch on common problems that people are having with their bonds. A lot of you guys are wearing bonds that are not the right fit for you. They are wrong. I want to get in signs that your bond is not right. So the first sign that your bond is not right is when you go to put your eyelash on and it comes down immediately. That's one of the first signs you should look for that your bond is not correct. Another issue with bonds or mistakes that you need to look for is if you go to put the lash on and it sits on there for a second, but then when you start putting the other lashes, they start to come down. That means your bond is wrong. It's not a good fit for you. And I'm going to explain later in this video why that's wrong. Another common problem with bonds is the stickiness. Okay, and this is actually a rare problem because one of the glues that I recommend is actually really sticky. The reason why I recommend it is because if you're a beginner and you're learning how to go in and place lashes underneath your natural lashes, that in itself is a skill set versus the bond. So you can have a lot of different problems when you're learning to put your do-it-yourself eyelash extensions on. So even getting the lash on is one skill, okay? And then your bond is like over in another field. So you could be like really bad, or you have the wrong tool when you're putting your do-it-yourself eyelash extension on, or your lash extension is too big and it's too heavy for your particular eye. Make sure you watch my mistake videos. I will leave them in the description so you can really go through and decide which one is happening to you. So when you're coming up and you're placing that lash on and it is not sticking, what is happening is the bond is not cured yet. So that means that is a longer lasting bond, is how I'm going to word that. Because honestly, I have found that the bonds that claim the longest lasting wear are also the wettest bond. That's why it's really common in lashify culture that you will see when the women are sharing and they're doing things on their videos, they're always using these little fans. I just wanted you to make that connection with bonds in general, because the reason why they're using the fan is because so many people are struggling to get the stick. If you don't have the stick, the lash isn't going to grab. So I just need that to sink in, because once the lash is actually on and it's cured, those bonds do last a really long time. I had a comment that just came in on one of my videos that I did last week, and she said, "You've never applied." These were on my older videos because I've been doing lash videos for 5 years. And just to keep in mind, I was a blogger. So when you're a blogger, you basically blog about your journey with the products, okay? And I really enjoyed doing that. So I basically went in and was like, this is what I'm using this week. Like, I did Get Ready With Me. We did lash applications. And at that time that I was making those videos, they were lashify videos. You guys, I was struggling, okay? And you know, I would make the video and we would talk about common problems, and then we would talk about solutions. So my comment section, even on all of those older videos, is insane because they were just basic getting ready with me videos. They weren't like, this is the best, go get this. Like, they were just blogs. And I don't know if you can relate to like just reading a blog of like someone's journey. That's what those videos were. And I had a comment from a Lashify wearer, and she said, you've never put on the Lashifys correctly. She goes, there is a strict application process. And she goes, you have not done. So within the Lashify culture, they will basically tell you if you're not doing everything exactly the way that she says, it's not going to be successful for you. Lots of people have fallen off. The reason why I was unsuccessful with Lashify bonds was they were very wet, which is fine. My lashes also grow down. So my eyelashes, even when I was going in to apply, like they would not stick onto it. And then I had something even going further against me, and my lash was pressing down, and my lashes always want to go down. So I was getting them on, and then they were like very wet and heavy. I'm not kidding you. And then I just wasn't getting any stick. And not only that, this is the other very common problem, which I go over in my mistake video, is I was having problems with how heavy Lashify's lashes are. So I was ordering too heavy of a lash, and then the bond was so heavy and it took so long to set up that everything was just falling down, and by the next day, everything had came apart. So, and it was just over and over and over again. And I bought the different bonds. There were several people on my other video, these were Lashify videos, that were saying, your bond is broken. This was another thing that they were saying. Every time I bought bondage, the seal was gone, and there was so much glue on there, and I just never got the results. That's all there is to it. I just never got the results. So the reason why I recommend this for beginners is because beginners have a different skill set that they need to be working on. They need to be getting the lash on, and they need to be discovering if that lash is right for them. This is literally the first step that you should ever be concerned about, is you should be concerned about being able to put it on. Can your eyes tolerate it? Can you tolerate it? Can you even stand it? And then you need to decide if the lash is right for you. Are the lashes sitting comfortably on there? Are they making it? Okay. This glue is the quickest way to find out. I'm serious, you guys. Like, once you have this, if you're in a big hurry too, say you're in a big hurry and you don't want to wear mascara and your lashes aren't on for the week, I always go to this one. I don't wear this one every week. I'm going to get into the one that I do wear every week, and I'm going to tell you why. So I just really struggled. I really struggled with the very conditioning, long-lasting bonds, and I honestly think it's because my eyelashes grow down. So I had another obstacle to overcome. You guys all have different eyes too. Tons of people tell me that Flutter Habit works great, and I always write laugh out loud. They'll write laugh out loud. I have a huge eye. And I was like, I don't, you guys. Like, seriously, like my lash bed is really weak, and it grows down. So I just have things that are going against me that other people don't have. Other people can, like, there's people that have lashes just like this. So the reason why I recommend this is because it has such a sticky, and I'm not kidding you, you can just really nail getting it on. Here's the reason why I don't wear this all the time. And you guys can let me know what you think about this in the comments, because I like I said, I learn from you guys. I order things you guys say. The reason why I don't wear this all the time is because, and someone mentioned this in my comments yesterday, Marita, I think it was you, and she said, you know, I just struggle with this stick. This is very sticky, and it stays really sticky. So even when I take my lashes off, like, I feel this stickiness. Lots of people do not like that. My recommendation though still is, if you have not nailed putting on these lashes, you need to get this. And if you're in a bind, which I have 4 kids, I get into situations where I'm like, I gotta get these on really fast. I always pull this out. I always have this. I always recommend this for a woman that says, I cannot get the lashes on. Go to this. Okay, and I hope I explained that very well of why. I will explain to you why I moved over to this one versus keeping this on every week, all week long. This one, I get a longer wear. And there's a reason why I don't tell you guys this in when I say beginner, because I don't like to flood you guys with all these different products, because then you guys don't know what to buy. So, and I have a reason why I recommend this first. If you are struggling with getting it on, period, if your lashes are falling down right away, all of those things, you need to get your application down and you need to get the correct lash size for you. Figure this out, and then let's move over into where I'm at, which is this right here. This is what I wear every single week right now. It's the Super Stronghold Eyelash Adhesive Black. So I kind of can give you guys a close up. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about some comments that I received about clumping or black versus clear. The first thing I want to say about black versus clear, I like the black because I don't wear eye makeup. And I hope that makes sense. And other of you guys have commented this in my comments, and you say, yes, it gives the eyeliner vibe. It gives the mascara vibe. Like it does, when you wear black glue with your lashes, it just gives it this natural, like almost kind of like I'm wearing makeup look. Okay, and that's why I like black bonds. I always have, because I don't wear makeup. I don't even wear eyeshadow. So I'm very makeup minimalist. I still wear makeup and I love wearing makeup. I have tons of viral content on makeup online. So it's just, I do not wear eye makeup, and this is what I'm wearing right now. And I do wear the black. Clear is for people that get very, I do not like to see the glue. That's a clump to me. And you guys, that is a full industry that is catered just for you guys, because you guys don't like to see the bond at all. I don't care about that. Another comment that I wanted to address, because this will help someone, is she said, why don't you put glue on the lash when you're applying it? So basically there's people that, you know, they have the lash and then they apply glue to the lash and then they add it on there. The reason why I don't do that is because of the stick. So if you can do it and your lash holds on to it, I think that that's great. When I go in and apply my bond, I do 3 applications and I let it set up just the tiniest bit. I could add it on to the spool like she said. I just don't think it's not a make or break situation. That's basically what I would have to say about it, because I don't not recommend you do that. If your application is down and you are happy with what you do, I think that's wonderful. Most of my content is trying to work you through the obstacle to get you in the lashes. And that's not how most people's content is on YouTube. That's why mine does really well, is because I go in depth. I literally read I read my comments and they're like, this is the most information I've ever took in 11 minutes of my life. And I burst out laughing every time, because I'm like, so like I said, they're packed with information. There are conversations, because I always go over pros and cons and why. I just always want you to be able to go into the store and know what you can get and what you can't get. I get a longer hold with this. I get 5 solid days, which one of the comments said, I don't know why you're not trying to go longer. I could probably go longer, but I always will have kind of one come down or something like that, or I'll be missing one. And then my urge to like have the deep scrub and the rub just comes over me. And I'm just like, day 5, day 6, I need to take a shower and do the deep rubs, scrubs. I don't know. And even with, you know, I could do the spooling and like clean it, but it's just like, I feel like one will come off and then I'll have one that's on there really good, and then I'll have other ones that kind of need to be replaced. So I just feel like day 5, day 6 for me personally, with like my hygiene, with my eyes and like the rubbing and the scrubbing that I want to do, 5 and 6 days is a really good thing for me. This one I get with that. I just want you to know that this one takes a little bit, you need to have more setup time. So like I was telling you, if you've really advanced over into just, you know what you're doing, you could try this one. I want you to try it. Just buy it. These are $6, you guys. It's not like the Lashify world where I put in my order at Lashify and I'm at $150 and I'm like, I can't get any more stuff this week. These are such low tier products that you have nothing to lose to have them in your beauty supply. Like I told you with this one, I pull it out all the time because I'm in a hurry and I have to get out the door. Like on a Sunday or, you know, a Monday when I've taken the break. I always take a break for my lashes at least a day. I know my husband's probably like, okay, she's having some down days here, because there are days where I just like everything to be off. And I do think this one is Super Stronghold. And I just wanted to say one more thing about this before I hop off, because I think it's very helpful. You guys have to use a bond remover with this. And honestly, I have to use a bond remover with this because of the stickiness. So I absolutely use the bond remover from Lashify. I've never found an emulsifier like Lashify's. I have bought those oil-based makeup removers and none of them remove like Lashify. So I just haven't found anything that just really goes in and doesn't damage my eyelashes. If your eyelashes are getting damaged, yes, the bond on the lash can cause a problem, but the problem is really the removal. When you start moving things around and you start doing things that are not with an emulsifier, it's gonna start tearing at those eyelashes. And yes, they are going to break. Yes, they're gonna fall down, because I had that comment about this one. They said my lashes were breaking. And I said, it's because of the cleaning. You're not, because this one does require, you cannot just use your soap and hot water, or I don't know if some of you are getting away with that. Let me know in the comments if you're able to take a shower and really get your lash bond off without any problems, or if it's completely worn down. So I just kind of want you guys to go over, you know, if you're able to do that. I had to have a lash remover. I can go 5 or 6 days with this. And I just wanted to add one more note about your bonds to get longer wear. What I do is I just add more bond. So, and you need to find a sweet spot with that with your routine. Find the amount of bond that you can still put the lash on. You can have it stay on for that, you know, next 2 hours after you've placed it. Because like I was telling you, even with those Lashify bonds, I was having problems 2 to 3 hours after I put the lash on. If I would have hit it or something and it wasn't completely dry, it was coming down. So, and then I was like, okay, I used too much. And then it was like, okay, I didn't use enough. Like, it was going on. And I know I've helped thousands of people get this figured out because I vlogged through the entire thing. And I still use those comments to this day. Those videos are still getting 600, 700 views a month. So, and they're very helpful because I do comparisons of what's going on so you guys can know what's going on. It's product knowledge. I worked behind the chair for 13 years as a hairstylist. So my eye is very trained on what the product's doing. That's just how my brain works, is I'm like, okay, this does this and this does that. So it's just something to keep in mind. I hope I helped you with bonds today. These are the 2 that are in my lash drawer right now as we speak. And I kind of gave you the reasons why. Let me know what you're using in the comments and let me know what has been working for you. You guys have really helped grow my community. I just want you to know I appreciate you. I love the comments. I love the feedback.